Hello, everyone. How's it going? What's up, my friends? Hold on. I think the mic's too far away. Hold on. How's this? I think the mic is. Wait here. Give Electric Catfish an early 5 buckaroos. Don't let Scrump keep you down, man. Once YouTube destroys itself, Game Boomer is gonna be where all your viewers are. Yeah, dude. Is that the case? Thanks. I think. I'm gonna quickly post links on Twitter and Facebook and Gab and Minds so that people know that it's happening. And I just put it on the Discord. I assume most of you get it from YouTube notifications though, don't you? I would have to guess that's the case. So let me just quickly do this. Also, it's more than a sip today. This is the weekly brunch. I have an omelet here as well. Here, listen. It's a delicious, fluffy 6-egg omelet that I split with Naomi, obviously. And there's a bunch of vegetables in it and some bacon and cottage cheese. Good stuff. Mmm. Very good. So let's put it on Gab. Good old Gab. It's too bad it's going down the shitter, isn't it? Oh well. There we go. It's posted everywhere. Dev, lose weight so I can stop making fat jokes. Dev, yeah, guys, I know. What do you mean fat Dev is fat? Omelets are healthy. And you gotta have breakfast. I put kale in it, and maple bacon, and mushrooms, and celery. We're all out of peppers and onion, though, so I didn't put in any peppers and onion. Thanks very much, Chris Nemo. Once I eat this, we'll get started with the news. But yes. Oh, Butters has a... Wait, hold on. Butters. I don't... Who is this? I don't know the story behind this, Butters, unfortunately. But we will talk about it. That's no problem. I generally do like a 16 to 18 hour fast every day. That's for fun. I just fry it whatever vegetables I have, put it in omelets. That's all I do. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I do the same thing with soup and my spaghetti sauce. I put kale in all of it. No, this is my first meal of the day. What I'll do is I'll eat today. I'll eat right now. I'll have my final meal at around 4 or 5 o'clock. And then I won't eat until 10 or 11 the next day. So it's an 18-hour fast, like a 6-hour eating period. Well, thanks for the $5, TJ. I grew my own kale, and I like it. I think it's because a mukbang channel. Thanks, Matapasta. I think what's going on is that, like, all these hipsters buy kale so much the price skyrockets, but it was so easy to grow. I grew enough kale for a full year. I just froze it over the course of one summer. Like, it's such a cheap plant to grow. I don't know why anyone would ever buy it for like $5 a bag. I'm almost done here, guys. No, Lobo, I'm almost done. This is the final bite. Oh. Okay, I scarfed that probably too fast, but I didn't want to bug people too much. I didn't want to be late. So now let me pull up the news. If you don't mind, chums, I assume you want to talk about some news? Let me see what I'll get here. TJ Fitzsimmons for another 5. Thank you very much. Just trying to keep commercially viable. Does YouTube take their cut off a total super chat amount or every super chat? It's 30% of everything. So it's just how it is, unfortunately. I don't like it, but it's how it is. Twitch takes 50, YouTube takes 30. Subscribestar and Patreon both take around 5, and PayPal takes like 2. Oh, congrats, yes, congrats. I'll do more ASMR. Here, I'll do a sip for you guys because the eating's all done. Here. We will discuss it, Butters. We will discuss it. But first, let me do this. So, guys, some of the news that I wanted to talk about yesterday that Scrump so rudely interrupted. My audio sounds weird now. Is it because I'm not eating anymore? So, some of the news that I wanted to discuss yesterday that Scrump so rudely interrupted was that Dave went off to Dave, my co-host on Game Boomers, and also my roommate. He went off to a job shadow down south in Toronto. Good night, Miser. And he always wanted to basically be like an editor for the channel, and he wanted like the channel to be able to support him. But like now that the channel's actually making money, now he's deciding to like leave again. And it's just like, well, you're an idiot. But see, he's never had a job that pays like, $40,000 or $50,000 a year, right? Meanwhile, I looked at the rent in the place he wanted to live, and it's around $24,000 a year in rent. It's like $2,000 a month to live in Toronto. And I'm like, Dave, it doesn't matter how much money you're making. You're not paying off your debt with this job. It's not like he pays like $300 rent a month here. He's going to be going. He's going to get a better job. He's going to be paying like half of it in rent. Plus, there's the fact that like he would have to pay for food, which is more expensive. He'd probably have a social life, which costs money. Even though he has, like a 5-figure debt, he wouldn't get it paid off at this job, which is kind of the trap. It's the trap of the big city, is that if you don't have a way out of a big city, man, you get stuck there. It's just kind of how it is. That's just you have to move into a big city with either the intent to live there the rest of your life, or with the savings or like family outside that can help pull you out. $5, Evil Dr. Catfish. If growing kale is so easy, start a farm. Hire me. I hate my job. I understand, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, so the situation is the SFO kale farm. Asterisk, I don't think he can stay for a while and save up. I think that he would spend half of his income on rent. He would spend a bunch of it on his taxes. He would spend a bunch of it just trying to stay alive. And the pennies that he had, he would probably like go out with friends or something every weekend. I don't think there'll be a safety net if he takes this job. And he understands that too. Like, he looked at it, he did the math on his own, and he's like, dude, I can't do this. And I'm like, yeah, I know you can't do this. You need a better job than like a middle class job here is like a fucking like not alive job in Toronto. So it's like you can't just look at your income, man. But he might go anyway. Who knows? At the same time, yeah. But the thing with that, Rich, is that he doesn't actually want to do this as a permanent situation. He outright said that he doesn't want to work for this company permanently. He wants to work for a year and then get out and then have his debt paid off. And it's like, well, this won't do it, dude. This is not going to do it. And yeah, those of you who watch Game Boomers know that Dave probably couldn't be a corporate ladder climber. He doesn't have it in him, and frankly, neither do I. So anyway, the whole situation is kind of a clusterfuck because he does have a possibility, and the possibility is that his sister lives in Toronto as well, right? And his sister she makes like I think a 6-figure income working at a laboratory, and her husband makes a 6-figure income working at a laboratory. And they're starting a family. They have a kid, and I think they're probably gonna be making they're probably making some more kids soon. So basically, I said, listen, what you could do is like live at your sister's place, man, and just don't fucking party, don't drink a lot, live a peaceful life, go there to work and sleep. Do that for a year, and then you could actually pay off your debt. Because I'm sure that she would like give you a cheap rate for a room, for her spare room in her house, So he's going to try to do that. I think that's the plan. But if he does do that, that means that he's off the show for a year. So Game Boomers will become me and Naomi primarily, unfortunately. There'll be no Dave for 1 year. Because Dave actually said, like, the channel's growing enough that if in 1 year you can probably hire me. And I'm like, yeah, probably. So why not? Like, if in a year's time he can come back and I can actually pay him like a livable wage, and you could just be my editor, I like the idea. Big Dro, 45K is not bad if you're not living in a big city, But if you're living in a big city and your rent is $24,000 a year, it's not much, unfortunately. Press F for Dave on Game Boomers. That's if he goes, because he still has to get the job. Like, he went on a job shadow where he still has to apply, and he still has to actually have a cheap place to live. Because I think he's not going to take it if he can't live at his sister's. $199 from Matapass to SFO Corp. You guys want to see SFO Corp? Okay, give me a moment here. Oh yeah, that $24,000 a year doesn't actually include utilities. Like, he'd be very fucked. Someone stole my credit card information. That sucks, man. Hey, DRT. DRT is king. Don't feel like you're obligated to donate every year. I appreciate it, but you don't have to, Yeah, SFO Corp will come live in Utah, Dave is a perfect foil for you on Game Boomers. Yeah, I know, Chris Nemo. Maybe it won't happen. Maybe it'll be okay. But thank you for the $2. Did I miss yours, Russell? Let me scroll up. Oh, $2. Here's a crazy idea. Learn a trade. Yeah, see? I have a feeling that like Dave's a bit too hipster for that. I don't think he thinks that kind of works beneath him. I think he just doesn't want to do it. Okay. Hold on a second. Yeah, like living in big cities is kind of a bad idea. But there are still some like medium-sized cities that are pretty good. Because for example, like Ottawa it's cleaner than Toronto. It's smaller than Toronto. It's a bit more isolated. It's still big. It still has all the amenities of a big city. It still has more than enough things to do in it. Frankly, it's got a richer cultural heritage, and the rent's cheaper. It's just a better way to do it. Just when Game Boomers are starting to do well, the only good host leaves. Yeah, see, I'm actually like worried about it a little bit, and I'm actually a bit broken up about it, because if Dave does go, like, it's good for him. Well, hold on, no, it's not good for him because of the rent reasons we just described. But if he gets like if he lives with his sister, and this is actually an opportunity for him to work and just get a bunch of money and pay off his debt for a year, that's good for him. But it might actually ruin the channel. Like, I'm not a one-man band, you know? I have a feeling that I kind of need him, at least for Game Boomers. $2 from Out of Pasta. If all else fails, there's always Clown College. Yeah. Plot twist, Dave becomes the CEO of Home Depot. I don't think so. Oh, also, he would have to like basically leave his girlfriend here for a year too. Like, they'd have to long distance it for a year. And I'm just like, this is getting rough. The only way you would live in Toronto for $45K a year is if I didn't have to pay rent. See, I'm not even sure how much it'll be. It could be 45, it could be less, it could be more. I think it's around that area though. Give him the channel, Sean and Jen style. Dave can't fucking run anything. He doesn't know any of the technical back end of doing Game Boomers. Hold on a minute, chums. Yeah, man, when it comes to Game Boomers, I run everything. When it comes to everything, I run everything. $2 from Russell again. College is a scam. Trade schools, where is that? I just realized I don't have much in the way of news because I've been making more video. Dev, steal Dom from him. Build the harem that you constantly cockblock. Yeah, guys, I'm just noticing that like a lot of my news is a little bit older this week. The stuff, like the links that I've been saving, none of them are like new. Yes, I do know how to run things that are technical, Devanor. Thank you for the donation. I'm not incompetent, goddammit. Apparently, Foucault runs everything. Yeah, just out of curiosity, guys. Yesterday during the live dumping with Scrump, a bunch of you were like, I don't watch Game Boomers. I'm like, fair enough. It's not the popular channel. This one is, comparatively. But I also recognize that a bunch of you who definitely watch it, because I know your names, because I see you in there all the time, you're all like, I don't watch it. Thanks, guys. You fucks. I understand, yes. It's okay. Keyblade for 5. I live in London. My sister lives in Toronto. I use an excuse to do anything there. Yeah, fair enough. My sister lives in London, actually, and she pays a fair bit. have money to live there too. I live in like an ice hole. But yeah, Game Boomers has seen some significant growth in the past couple years. So if you want to join, please consider doing so. In fact, you know what? Everyone here, do so just to spite Scrump, because he thinks that he thinks that I'll never be able to make it on GB. Okay, you fucking kidding me? Okay, hold on. Fuzzy Cat, no one watched Game Boomers. Butter, I don't watch Game Boomers. Chris Nemo, imagine not watching Game Boomers. See, all these people, all you fucking guys, I've all seen you in there. Why? Everyone trolls me. I've seen you in there like every day, Sir Peppers, you fucking asshole. You can save on your food bill by growing as much of your vegetables and learning to can. You can small garden on your balcony. You see, Edward, I have a garden in my backyard, and I grow all my vegetables, man. Is that the new thing? Hashtag learn to can? Yeah, well, guess what, Confused Oddish? Phineas and Ferb is terrible. Ban me. $5 from purest form of cancer. Worst come to worst, put a cardboard cutter to Dave next to you with pre-programmed sound bites. Maybe like I never left. Butterscotch Ninja. It's because you said check my DMs, and the DM came from Butters the Ninja. You fucking cuck. Who would go on the internet and just lie about not watching Game Boomers? Haven't heard about that, Shane. I'm actually not following the election right now because it just seems to be bullshit. You live where you can see the CN Tower. Yeah, how much do you pay for that? Like $5,000 a month? Jesus. I love you guys, you know? Okay, hold on. Yeah, like... It turns out a lot of the links that I had collected and compiled for today, they're all, like, older links. They're, like, from 2 months ago or something. Shit. Schnitzel. Game Boomer for $2. Game Boomers sucks, lol. As you watch, like, all of them. Mason Legs, $2. Want to walk Canada from Nova Scotia to BC. Should I drop out of uni? Depends what you're going to university for. Frankly, universities in Canada kind of suck right now because they're really ideological. And even STEM is starting to feel the crunch of missing jobs. If you want money and you want money now, be a laborer. Like if you want money immediately, just go work on the oil field for a year, make like $100,000 and just save it and don't get into cocaine. You know, if you can withstand the urge, you can do that. Alternatively, if you want lasting money now, get into a trade. Be a plumber. You know, be a carpenter. If you're a good quality tradesman, you can make a lot of money. I have not played Mountain Blade. I don't think. Anyway, yeah. Last thing I'll say about the situation with Dave is that he's home in like 3 hours from the job shadowing, so we'll know the details. I'm a little bit worried about it because I don't want Game Boomers to basically fall apart now that it's finally actually making money and taking off. So that kind of sucks, but you know, you do what you can. And we'll see. If you guys want want to help me out, drop by Game Boomers tonight at around 7 p.m. EST. Even if you wouldn't normally go, just for this one time to convince Dave to fucking stay. or to just shove it back in Scrump's face. What else is happening? You can get into trades even. Just go to trade school, man. You can do it. So, kidnap Dakuters to be your co-host on Game Boomers? Okay. Sure. Here, guys. Let's all tweet Dakuters. Actually, you know what's really funny is that some people have asked if I was gonna get like Shoe on Head on Dumping with Scrump as a guest. And the thing is, I've asked her and she hasn't replied. But that is not necessarily a no, though it probably is a no, because Shoe on Head is like Sargon in that it's not that she doesn't. It's not that she doesn't like she ignores people. It's that she doesn't see any messages because she has like thousands of messages. Like talking to Sargon is sometimes like flipping a coin. Thanks, Dantakara. Talking to Sargon is sometimes like flipping a coin because you have no clue if he's actually going to reply to you. Even though Sargon's my friend, it's just that he's so busy. He's always doing videos. He's always traveling. He's always like making deals with people. Just a whole bunch of these things where like, you know, if you have a channel with 1 million subs, you're busy. You're not able to like chat with everyone, you know? So, and well, here's the thing, guys. Like, whenever I do message Shoe, I usually get a response about half the time because she watches and likes my content, and we're mutuals and we follow each other. So it's just that she's really, really fucking busy because when you have a channel with 1.2 million subscribers, you're busy. It's just kind of how it is. So I don't blame anybody, you know. You can live cheap rent-wise in the big city. It takes a lot of effort to find the cheap rent in Dodge areas of town. Zero quality of life. Or you get like roommates, John. Thanks for the $7 or the $8, by the way. Yeah, but like, it's the whole city living is like you got to go there either with the intention of getting really big, like making 6 or 7 figure income, or you got to go there with 5 friends and live in a basement apartment and like grind and just save money, then get the fuck out. Fuck off, Matapasta. So, we're not mutuals. Dev follows me and I ignore him. Butters, you just screamed earlier for me to check your DMs before the goddamn stream starts, you cuck. Everyone type Butters the cuck. Delicious coffee. So we've been going for about 30 minutes. It's probably time to like get going with the internet news. However, it's just that all of my news is older, so Butters is not. Fuck off. Butters the Chad. God damn it, guys. Butters the Chad, Butters the Chad, Cutters the Buck, Butter the Nuts, Butter the Chad. It took about a minute for the lag to catch up, but there it is. Oh, come on, Butters. I'm joking with you. Butters is right. Check your goddamn DMs, yeah. Okay, here's something we can talk about. All right. This is here. Maybe I'll find it. Hold on. Okay, there's a couple things I'm going to do real quickly because I want to have these conversations. So I'm just going to grab 2 articles, not even articles, just 2 links that will allow us to have the conversation, okay? So, hold on. Actually, I put it on my Twitter, so I'll just go to my Twitter. Not my Twitter. Naomi's Twitter. I have a lot of DMs, yeah. Many DMs. Let me just find it. Come on. Here we go. All right. Let's begin. Actually, before I begin, I'll shill real quick because that is how I roll. How to support SFO. One-time donations, where they take about 2% of the donation, is PayPal. PayPal.me/RefatOtaku. Monthly options for easy recurring. Patreon, that kind of sucks, but they take 5%. Subscribestar, much better, they take 5%. YouTube membership, which is the join button below this video, or below any video, they take, I think, 30%, just like a super chat. Or a Twitch sub at my gaming channel, twitch.tv/GameBoomers, and they take 50%. However, with Amazon Prime, it's free. So if you have an Amazon Prime and you have no money, you can at least give me a free sub over there. $5 a month through a recurring source gets you automatic entry into the $5 club for 1 month because it's all run by bots. And $100 gets you entry into the $5 club for life. So if you plan to be around the community for more than 2 years, then that's the way to go. Thanks very much, Adar, for $2. DeHoteville, get on with it! I wish you liked me. But it's okay. Let's go. Will this work? Hold on. This will work. Okay. Let's start with this. From our good friend Pro Jared. Death Stranding. There's no S. There's no S there, dude. Death Stranding is one of the most polished, amazingly presented, unique, and unfun things I've ever played. I actually have to agree. I don't know how many of you guys actually like Death Stranding in there, but it's not a very good game. I feel like maybe Kojima wasn't actually the magic behind Metal Gear Solid. Maybe it was somebody else, and he was just like he was just like the out of control artist they had to wrangle. You know? Maybe he was just that guy. $100 million walking sim with minor stealth elements. Well, no, like the Death Stranding story is great. The constant interruptions where the guy fucking calls you every single goddamn time is a bit much. You can't be somebody with OCD and play that game because you can't collect all the various collectibles. They just keep respawning. And it's just like, is it slow build? Okay. Sion Archael. We just got to the wind farm on my playthrough on Game Boomers, and I wanted to stop streaming it. So do you think I should keep streaming it? Archael? Because I was like, oh god, I can't fucking keep doing this. It's the George Lucas effect. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about it too. Yes, like if you guys watch that behind the scenes video of George Lucas, he's like in the editing room for Star Wars Episode 1, and he realizes he's made a shit movie and he can't fix it in post. He just can't fix it, and everyone around him is like too afraid to say that the movie sucks. I think that's Kojima with Death Stranding. At least so far. Yeah, Blam Glam. What happens is there's an infinite amount of stuff to pick up on the open world. They just keep coming back. And you know what they do? When you grab them and you hand them in, they give you likes on Facebook. Like the in-game social media. Stream my kale farm. Oh, fair enough, Eric Hale. Yeah. Anyway. I brought this up not just because of Death Stranding, but because of ProJared himself. ProJared's made like a serious comeback. He's approaching 1 million subs again. He gets like 500 people, 1,000 people sometimes watching his streams. I think ProJared's back, guys, and good for him because he did not deserve cancel culture as it turned out. You know, he had the receipts, so you know I'm happy for him. You know what? I actually watch his stuff now, and I didn't really watch it before. So it's like, I guess, maybe you made one fan out of me, I guess. That's, oh. There's 100 kroners from Sojalink. Thanks. Death Stranding is a game where you watch on the side monitor while playing better games. Fair enough, dude. Okay, so I posted this on my Twitter. The problem with Generation 8. Now, Generation 8, this is before Generation 8 of Pokemon came out. This is Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, that's also a game that I bought to play on Game Boomers, and it's also a game I regret buying, just like Death Stranding. And it feels very bare bones, very non-functional. It feels like it wasn't finished, you know? It feels like a Pokemon fan game that, like, a 12-year-old made. And it's like, I played Pokemon, so I know you put the route, and then you like put in Pokemon and you put a town, but there's like no soul to it because everything's just like straight hallways with no real exploration. Like even Route 1 in the original game had a west section that you could only go from north to south. You couldn't go from south to north, and there was an item there. So there was at least like ledges and stuff happening, but the routes are nothing. They're literally just hallways with like these bands of grass that you can't avoid. And people say, okay, well, dude, they gutted all the routes so that they have an open world, and they have like a giant open world around the main hub city. Yeah, so it's okay. But the open world sucks a lot because the level range of Pokemon in the open world is between level 10 and level 60. So the game dumps you off in the open world after Route 2, and then you got to work your way to the town. And you run into Pokemon that can just rape you. Like, they just destroy you. It's like, okay, I'm going to walk through the route, and oh shit, here's a level 50 Onix. And then it just owns your entire party, and you can't run away. Like, it's obscene what they did to this game. It's not very good. But I wanted to go through this list because this is a list of everything, and I want to see how accurate this list actually was now that we have the game and we can actually see it. The number of Pokemon in these games has been cut to include less than half of the actual national dex. Yes, that is the truth. They cut out like over half of the Pokemon. A lot of people's favorites are gone, and in fact, they completely gutted, like they ruined Gen 3. There's almost no Gen 3 Pokemon in there. $5 from Voxyoxy. Thanks very much. Hear what you're saying about ProJared after those picks I can't ever watch again. I mean, the penis pick is still funny. Like, still laugh at it, but, you know, in terms of his actual content, it's still quality. About 144 moves have been removed from the game, including Pursuit, Hidden Power, Return, Frustration, and Karate Chop. Now, Pursuit, Hidden Power, and Karate Chop are like baseline moves. Like they held a niche in the Pokemon meta and they shouldn't have been removed. So yeah, true. Mega Evolutions and Z moves have been removed. Yes, that's true. The plot of these games even for Pokemon standards are exceptionally short and shallow. Yeah. This is the thing regarding the story in the game so far, is that they literally say, take the gym challenge. Oh, by the way, because it's the UK in this game, you need a license to take the gym challenge. Like, you have to get licensed by the Pokemon League to actually be able to go to the 8 gyms and get your 8 badges. You got a license for this gym challenge, mate. So that's kind of funny. I laughed at it. Yeah, in game, in the story of the game, the champion has to like give you like a license. Yeah. Yeah, no pursuit, no hidden power. Yeah. So anyway, there are only very few to none new quality animations. I would say that the animations are like slightly worse than Pokemon Stadium on the N64. But that's an N64 game, for fuck's sake. Alright? Another reason for the Dex Cup is simply creating a new meta, which will still be dominated by the new and old power creeps. Okay, yeah, maybe. I don't know anything about that. There are constant graphical issues like the constant pop-ins or sudden disappearance of trainer Pokemon models inside of battles. Yes, this is actually a serious problem. NPCs that are more than 30 meters away, they disappear. They fade out. And actually, some of them don't fade out. Some of them will shrink, okay? Like, they'll just descend into the ground and get smaller. It's like, okay. Oh, and also, if you're ever in a wild Pokemon battle and you kill a Pokemon, they don't like collapse and then like poof into like a cloud of smoke. They don't collapse and then the camera pans away. What happens is they shrink. All right, you kill them and then they just like they shrink and then they go into the ground and they like very obviously clip through the ground when they die. And it's like, you guys could have like made an effect here. You could have put like a puff of smoke or something. Like, Jesus. $2 from Matapasta. The content of Jared's penis is superb. Yeah? Is that what it is? 20 kroners from Devanor, thank you. Oh, you got a license for that gym challenge, mate. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Most of the animations used by Pokemon and trainers in these games are carbon copies of those present in Sun and Moon, even in X and Y back in 2013. This is actually true. You know how the last game had Pokemon and Me? Where you, like, bring your Pokemon to a park and you pet them and stuff? Well, there's a function in the new game called camping. You get a camping set, and you can, like, pull a tent out. And your Pokemon run around, like, around the tent, and you can, like, cook food for them. You cook curry for them and stuff. Well, all of the animations used during camping are the exact same animations from Pokemon and Me, from the last game. They just brought them over. And the NPCs are actually the same NPCs from the last game as well. I think even for some of them, they didn't even make them look better. They just, like, literally imported the model. The games are filled with unskippable cutscenes. Well, the truth is, the unskippable cutscenes were always in Pokemon, so it's like whatever. It's kind of a thing. And then it says, with Sonia and Hop interrupting your adventure on a very regular basis. I don't know how it was in Sun and Moon, because I didn't play them. But in this game, Sonia and Hop are actually your party members. In that, canonically, within the game, you're not traveling on your own. Like, your rival travels with you. And the Pokemon professor, Sonia, she travels with you. But she's just always, like, off screen. Like she's just like, I'm gonna go to the washroom, and she leaves. And then, like, for the next cutscene, she's there. So, like, you're not actually going on your own adventure in this game. These people are with you the entire way. So, all right. Maybe they wanted to do like an Ash, Brock, and Misty thing, but it didn't really work that well, frankly. Restrictions and hand-holding is prevalent as ever before. Yeah, like the unskippable tutorials and bullshit like that, and they're constant. Like, here's how you heal, here's how you fight, here's how you catch a Pokemon. The routes and Victory Road resembling hallways. Yes, I already talked about that. Yeah, they're literally just hallways with like bands of grass that you can't avoid. The games were designed around the Force experience share. That's true. So, cooking curry and camping gets you experience. Catching Pokemon gets you experience, and battling gets you experience. And everyone gets experience. Everyone gets like 2/3 of the total experience that your main guy got. Without the experience share. There's no experience share. There's no post-game content. I don't know about that. You're not able to catch Pokemon in the wild areas until you get a badge which allows you to do so. That's true. even if you manage to like get a Master Ball and use it, you can't catch Pokemon that are above your licensed level. And that's another. We're in the UK, gotta be a fucking license, right? So every badge comes with a new license that allows you to catch Pokemon of a higher level. So, for example, you can only catch Pokemon that are level 20 or lower before you get your first badge. Oh yeah, Sir Peppers, they killed Nuzlocke. Like, if the open world has Pokemon between level 10 and level 60, there's no way you can actually plan for a hard fight. So the idea of a Nuzlocke is just done now. All right. Yep. Dynamaxing is limited to gym battles and plot-related fights. That's true. So the whole gimmick of this game is that they took out the Mega Evolutions and the Z moves, and those are like your superpower forms for one of your Pokemon. And they added a different superpower form called Dynamaxing, where like your Pokemon like grows really huge and like gets a whole bunch of power, and then basically turns into a raid boss. However, unless you're playing the game online and fighting other Dynamaxed Pokemon that are in like the online raids of the game, because there's like an online there's like dungeons in the open world that you have to go into using only other online players, and you like there's like a big online component of the game. But otherwise, Dynamaxing is not like Z moves and Mega Evolutions. It just happens at plot points. That's it. You can't use it anywhere you want. Yep. You can't. It's like, oh, you have the ability to Dynamax. Like, a meteor lands like 10 feet away from you and on Route 2, and then you get it, and it lets you Dynamax. But the game only lets you Dynamax during certain plot points. It's not actually a mechanic. It's just like a story point. Yep, there is no GTS for no reasons. Yep, that's true. Pokemon Home is used as a scam to lock away the GTS. Yep. There are many instances of the games using wrong or badly polished battle backgrounds, ranging from suddenly being in the wild area by fishing to indoor battles using void scenes, like in LGPE. Yeah, that's true too, I've noticed. Like, if you are surfing on a beach or on a bridge, they're all, and you get into a fight, they're all going to use like the generic water background. They have like 4 battle backgrounds, and that's it. It's like, well, I guess we're just not going to fucking put any effort into our game. The game's soundtrack is filled with unharmonic sequences. I actually disagree with this, but the game's soundtrack is overwhelmingly filled with like bad remixes of Gen 1 and Gen 2 soundtracks. There's a few new ones, but like a lot of the roots and a lot of like the in-town music and a lot of like the cutscene music is just like a shit remix of better music. Many Pokemon are this time around shiny locked. I don't know what that means. The entire world in Sword and Shield sometimes freezes when using certain items or interacting with the overworld, for example, using a ladder. Yeah, the game's just not very well polished. I feel like they didn't. I feel like they just they could have used like an extra year to make this game. They just didn't fucking do it. Yep, the wild area of these games are. This is the open world. The semi-open area is devoid of life and can be entirely survived in less than 15 minutes. Yes, it's just it's like a big open nothing. And the grass doesn't matter because Pokemon roam everywhere in the open world, and the level variance is so wide you just die instantly. Cities are mostly empty and devoid of any meaningful content. Yeah, pretty much. Like, the first 2 cities you'll never return to again, I've noticed, because you just get on the train and go away, and then they're like, okay, cities 1 and 2 and routes 1 and 2, they're like locked off from the rest of the world by a train, and there's no reason to ever go back there once you get on the train and leave. No animations for flying. I don't know. I haven't flown yet. Extremely shallow use of Britain as the main inspiration of the region. I don't know, man. All those licenses. That's pretty inspired. Fishing is still restricted to specific areas. Yes. Fishing, you have to wait for like a fish to appear in the water, and there's like bubbles and stuff, and then you can fish only in that spot. Unbalanced selection of Pokemon from previous generations, over-representation from Kanto. Yeah, I agree. Even though they took out Bulbasaur. The bike, I haven't gotten the bike yet, so I don't know. Pokemon in the overworld do not interact with their environment in any meaningful way. Yeah. So like they literally just appear and just like mill around in the grass, which was fine for an RPG from 20 years ago, but it's current year, guys. It's current year. MJ Merlin, I think what happened was that they did this on purpose because they were working on what is it called, Little Town Hero or something, their new game that actually looks really good, and they put their like second string team on Pokemon. They just don't care about Pokemon anymore. Developers and producers consistently lie during their marketing campaign. Yeah, dude, all the models came from other games too. Like they just do I want to keep going with this list? Because not all of it's true, but a lot of it ended up to be true. This is Pokemon's love letter to the UK. Even the overpowered Pokemon completely raping your team. Yeah, Adam? Oh, also, something else that is quite like the UK. I noticed that there's more brown-colored NPCs than white NPCs. That's accurate. Oh yeah, this is true here, by the way. Accessing the game volume settings in the options menu now require a key item called the high-tech earbuds. So you can't turn down the game's audio unless you find this item in the game. Oh. Damn, dude. Oh yeah. The map is exceptionally small with only 10 routes and a barren wild area to explore. True. There are a few like forests. There's like a mine. There's a couple other options, but yeah, there's only 10 routes. There's 10 routes. There's an open world that's kind of empty, and there's a few dungeons, and that's it. And there's really not much to any of it. Yeah. I feel attacked. Anyone want to marry me into a green card? Okay, so that's actually there we go. This is what Butters sent me. UKIP chairman Kristen Harriet. This is a follow-up from the Dumping with Scrump that Butters and Scrump and I did regarding the state of UKIP. Dear friend, there's an announcement of an interim leader. It is with great pleasure that I write to announce that today the NEC have appointed an interim leader. Pat Mountain won the NEC votes and looks forward to steering the ship through the general elections and in the lead up to an official leadership election, where she can hopefully conduct a smooth handover to whoever our next elected leader is. Now, Butters, if you're still there in the chat, please pipe up. You know, it's usually not hard to get you talking. But Butters let me know that this person, Pat Mountain, she's the corrupt leader of the NEC in the first place. So the NEC just basically put one of their own people in charge of UKIP. So UKIP's dead. If you're in UKIP, leave. It's time for the party to collapse. This person, Kirsten Harriet, she has destroyed the party. UKIP went from like a resurgent force to worse than it was before Sargon joined. If you're in UKIP, it's time to get out, man. You know, if you have to support the Brexit Party, if you have to support the Conservatives in the upcoming election, just get your country free from the fucking the Lovecraftian, tentacled nightmare that is the EU. I know Kirsten is the corrupt leader, Butters, but Pat Mountain has something to do with it. Depot won't leave UKIP. What do you mean? Evil Dr. Catfish, you can't really skip the tutorials in Pokemon. It's like, do you want to skip? And then you choose no, and it's like, okay, and then it just gives it to you anyway. Like, it's kind of, yes. Hold on a minute. Give me a moment. Yeah, Butters is screaming in my DMs, the corrupt chairman is the new leader! Yeah. No one's surprised about this. Let's return. Racists are recruiting. Watch your white sons. Watch them. Thanks to the $2 for Matapass, who's voting Labor, you fucking traitor. Parents need to understand how white supremacists prey on teen boys so they can intervene. Oh, dude, look at the snakes. The den of snakes coming through the technology. It's coming right through the phone. Raising teenagers can be terrifying. Our squishy little babies become awkward hormonal creatures who question our authority at every turn. This really sounds like a fucking, like a goddamn Karen who's like, but I'm the counterculture. My children should be on my side because I'm just like them. And it's like, no, you're now the oppressive mother that you hated about your mother. Like, you're old now, Karen. You're fucking old. What I didn't predict was that my son's adolescence would include being drawn to the kind of online content that right-wing extremists use to recruit so many young men. So, what? PewDiePie? PewDiePie, the hard-right, controversial online figure? Is that it? The first sign was a seemingly innocuous word, used lightheartedly. Triggered. Well, it is a joke of a word now, alright? If you're not using triggered lightheartedly, you probably have a stick up your own ass. Using snakes instead of frogs. Yeah, well, how come it's not all a bunch of Pepes, dude? As my 11 and 14-year-old sons and their friends talked and bantered, phones in hand, as always, in the backseat of the car, one of them shouted it in response to a meme, and they all laughed uproariously. How dare you! I almost lost control of the car! You're a terrible mother. That's because I know that word, often used to mock people who are hurt or offended by racism and overly sensitive, is a calling card of the alt-right. Therefore, to prevent the rest of the world from feeling the danger, from understanding how terrible my sons are, I almost crashed the car, killing them in the process and sparing them from a life as members of the alt-right. Oh, God. The Anti-Defamation League defines the alt-right as a segment of the white supremacist movement consisting of a loose network of racists and anti-Semites who reject mainstream conservatism in favor of politics that embrace implicit or explicit racism, anti-Semitism, and white supremacy. All because you use the word triggered. People associated with this group are known for trolling those who disagree with them, and calling critics trigger is a favorite tactic. The next red flag. I watched my son scroll through Instagram and double-click on an image, lighting up a heart that signifies a like. Hold on a minute, I said, snatching his phone. Was that Hitler? The meme showed a man in contemporary clothing tipping off the Nazi leader to the invasion of Normandy. My son said he hadn't even read it. He just assumed the time traveler was trying to kill Hitler, not help him. He was shocked and embarrassed when I pointed out the actual message, that it would be better if the Holocaust had continued. Jesus. I'm not stupid enough to like a Hitler meme on purpose, Mom. And anyway, I'm sure my friend shared it to be ironic. Well, yeah, here's the thing, like, there are some actual crazies out there, but most people who share memes that say the Holocaust should have continued, they're intentionally being edgy to trigger people. That's the point. They want people to react and like lose their shit. That's the joke. I didn't see the irony, and my son couldn't explain it. I talked to him about the Holocaust, the trauma and violence that Jewish people all over the world still experience, and my late friend Edith, whose delicate arm displayed a number tattoo that stopped my heart every time I saw it. He knew all this already, but I worried he was forgetting. Listen. Your personal experiences, though they are powerful for you, are not going to be as powerful for your son. It's just how it is. You're going to see something as completely sacrosanct, and he is going to make jokes about it. And that's how everything works all the time, anywhere. Dragon Fat. The Holocaust should have continued, you know, if it ever happened. Jesus Christ. At a time when the FBI reports a 17% rise in hate crime incidents from 2016 to 2017. The most recent year for which there is data, white parents like me have had recent terrifying reminders that we must prevent our sons from becoming indoctrinated by a growing racist movement that thrives online and causes real-life devastation. Well, there's a very big difference between liking memes on the internet and say what this guy did, you know, a young white man who admitted to targeting Mexicans. He killed 22 people at an El Paso Walmart. Yeah. There's a giant gap between this and the memes. All right? Shut up, Matapasta. Jesus. In each of these cases, the killers were white men with a history of extremism. Yep, there's a manifesto claiming responsibility for a mosque fire. Yep. None of this is related to edgy little shits posting memes on the internet. You fucking mom. But of course, it's not just that we want to prevent our sons from becoming perpetrators of mass shootings. We want to raise them to be the kind of men who would never march with the neo-Nazis who chanted, "Jews will not replace us" in Charlottesville. Didn't the Charlottesville chanters say, "You will not replace us"? Not "Jews will not replace us"? Are you being intentionally disingenuous there? I'm not even like pro Charlottesville, just I don't think that's what they said, guys. Beyond that, we want to keep them from becoming supporters of the racism, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and gender sexuality-based hatred that is on the rise. See, when you say that, the only way that you view being anti-racist or anti-Semite or anti-Islamophobic or, you know, anti-sexist is your specific brand of politics. Like, you can't be, to you, I'm going to assume this person thinks that you can't be both not a sexist and not a feminist. You have to be one or the other. So if that's the case, what she's talking about is, you know, not preventing our sons from becoming perpetrators of mass shootings, and not, basically, she's talking about radicalizing them into her ideology rather than radicalizing them into the alt-right's ideology. When what you could do is not radicalize them anyway, that's probably a good idea. Extremists know how to find new recruits in the very place our sons spend so much of their time, online. You know, why you keep saying sons? I know a lot of shitty edgelordy girls too. Like, just Jesus. And too often they're more aware than we are of how vulnerable young white men are to radicalization. Ooh. If you play online video games with your friends, if you watch Minecraft YouTubers, you're going down the rabbit hole and you'll eventually become an alt-right shooter. That's how it is, guys. Just how it is. Participating in the alt-right community online offers the seductive feeling of being part of a brotherhood, which in turn validates their manhood. Well, how about this? Here's a radical fucking suggestion. Why is it that that's one of the only places that these guys are finding brotherhood? Why aren't they finding brotherhood with, say, other male friends? Maybe. Or how about, like male-based clubs? Sports teams. How about that? How about just non-alt-right online communities? Maybe it's because you guys just hate masculinity so fucking much, and that really is the case at this point. They hate it, They call like male-centric clubs or activities, as hotbeds of misogyny. They want, you should include women, not knowing that, women have women-only spaces. Why can't men have women-only spaces? Sorry, why can't men have men-only spaces? Why not? Why can't they get their brotherhood somewhere? Like, for fuck's sake. It's like they offer them the seductive feeling of being part of a brotherhood, as if that were a bad thing. I'm sure in like it being alt-right, an alt-right variant of that value is a bad thing, but the The general idea of being part of a brotherhood isn't bad. Like, fucking hell, man. Oh, Jesus. This article is literally just retreading the same points. Like, it seems to me, as a mom, I can tell you're a fucking mom, that these groups prey upon the natural awkwardness of adolescence. Many kids feel out of place, frustrated, and misunderstood. Well, I mean, when you tell your little boys they can't act like little boys at school, yeah, they're going to do that. And they're vulnerable to the idea that somebody else is responsible for their discontent. When they're white and male, they're spoon-fed a list of scapegoats. People of color, feminists, immigrants, LGBTQ people. No. They just might want to have at least a little scrap, a little corner of the world where it's just them and they can act privately and naturally and not always put on a fucking face. God damn it. Oh, hold on. What can parents do? First, we need to understand how this works. A favorite activity of many boys is to watch gamers playing video games on YouTube. Here it comes, guys. You know, gamers rise up. We live in a society. The problems come with the advertisements that may appear during these videos. Oh, so that's why YouTube's doing the whole thing with child-friendly content, eh? Kids can be exposed to dozens of ads in a sitting. You mean like TV? They might hear about the border. Just the existence of it. Just they might know that a border exists. They might know the concept of a border, dude. Or Crooked Hillary. Well, she is pretty crooked. Or a conspiracy theory on how the left works. Oh, God. These people are angry. These people are angry that political philosophies that are opposed to them, that may or may not have a decent point, are popular. That's what they're angry about. $2 from Matapasta. Men need to be socially isolated and ostracized. Exactly. That's how they feel. That's how they feel about it. Oh. They may also find videos by more mainstream figures, including members of the so-called intellectual dark web, like Jordan Peterson, a Canadian psychologist and professor at the University of Toronto, whose conservative perspectives on feminism and gender are very popular among young men, and often are a path to more extreme content and ideologies. Shut up. You don't understand what you're talking about. You just think that everyone who disagrees with you is a goddamn Nazi. Holy fuck. Coffee is done. Fuck this, guys. Let's keep going. What's this one? Oh, yeah. Okay. PSA. We are replacing an ableist term with the term dead angle. So what she's talking about is blind spot. The word blind spot, okay? $2 can connect. Thank you very much. Thanks for showing up, man. I'll see you later. I'll see you in the replay. Actually, King Canuck, here's something for you in the replay. Hi. Okay. So instead of saying blind spot, you're saying dead angle now. You have to change the usage of words. Keyblade for $2. Just near midlife crisis. Yeah, dude, exactly. Thank you very much. Dead angle means a spot in your periphery you cannot see, or an area not covered by CCTV. You all probably already know what term I'm replacing, so I'm not even going to tell you. It's blind spot. Dead angle. Use it until other people conform. That's how it is. So it's like, we will change language to be less offensive. Use it until other people conform. Conform, bigot. Oh yeah. This is from June 2016, but still. Orlando karate teacher sent nude photos to 11-year-old boy in her class. Dude. Half decent looking. You know, if you're 11-year-old getting sent nudes. Orlando, okay, first of all, I'm not trying to justify her pedophilia. Let's not go down that route. I'm just saying that as an 11-year-old boy, I probably would have been like, oh, she's cute. But it still would have been like an obvious problem. Obviously, right? An Orlando karate teacher sent an 11-year-old boy in her class nude pictures and told him she wanted to have sex with him. That's disgusting. Stephanie Figueroa, 21, faces charges of attempted lewd or lascivious content, solicitation, and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Showing a minor obscene material and child abuse. Boom, 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 boom. I want to have sex with you, she told him in one message, inviting him to her 21st birthday party. Okay, I don't care, the boy replied. Thought fucking patrolled, dude. That's great. Man, this kid, he has an iron will, and I respect him more than anything else. It's like, okay, I don't care. It's like, damn, dude. Fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, well, better hope that flexibility works out for you in prison, lady. Anyway, there's not really much to it other than that hilarious, okay, I don't care. This guy's a hero. Okay. Oh, yeah. From r/legal advice. I'm about to be sacked from work. Can I hire a clown to support me in my meeting? I fucked up at work, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be sacked. Spawn Camp, $5. Towards a hotbed fragrance and Tom fuckery. I'm glad I left. Thank you very much, man. I fucked up at work, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be fired. They invited me in for a meeting where they're going to sack me. They told me I can bring someone to support me. I want to hire a clown to support me. I'll get him to blow balloon animals into mime stuff. Can I do this? Can they stop me? Thanks, $2 from Spawn Camp. Why can't I curse in super chats? Because YouTube sucks. So, he wants to bring in a support clown. Okay, cool. New Zealand man being fired brings clown along for emotional support. There's his emotional support clown. Oh my fucking god, dude. A New Zealand comedian made his firing one his bosses will never forget. Honk honk. After you brought an emotional support clown to his redundancy meeting. You can come on in, Naomi. Hey guys, Naomi's here.
Hey guys.
What's up? What you doing?
Grabbing my mouse. I forgot it.
Are you playing Overwatch?
No.
Wait. Are you playing Overwatch?
I'm not playing Overwatch.
What are you playing?
Prison Architect.
Oh. Is that a good game?
It's okay.
Okay. New Zealand comedian Joshua Jack says when he got an email requesting he come to a serious meeting to discuss his role at the advertising agency he worked at, he immediately assumed the worst. For anyone who hasn't been fired, what happens is they schedule a serious meeting and advise you to bring a support person. Oh, Dr. Odoroki, $4, $5. Calling out Dev for being late with DMs. Dude, I have like 3 months backed up. I'm sorry, man. Everyone's like, hey, Naomi. Naomi pegged Dev. Naomi. Dev brought his emotional clown too. She's gone, guys, but thank you. Sensing the bad news, I decided I'd need the best support person available. So I spent $200 to hire a clown. The clown, named Joe, accompanied Jack to the meeting as Jack's boss and an HR member let him know he was going to be losing his job. It was all right, Jack recounted to the local radio station. I mean, I did get fired, but apart from that, all smooth running. Joe the clown made balloon animals as the meeting played out, making a unicorn and a poodle to help booster Jack's spirits. He had to move very slow because it was quite loud, Jack explained. So really, we're looking at $100 per balloon. Surprisingly, the firing seemingly went over well, with Jack saying that his boss thought the clown spiced up the meeting. He was $200, so I assume he was one of the best clowns in Auckland. So they're sort of getting a free service of getting the entertainment of the clown. Dude, this is awesome, man. This guy's a legend. Check this out. Issue 981129 in the Chromium Bugs database. $10, Architect of Fate. Thank you very much. Hong Kong in a struggle for their future. Iran burning down its bank, protesting their government. Ukraine fighting corruption. U.S. has Donald Trump. UK's got Boris. Time to unite with the state's neighbor. Dude, I want the Anglosphere to be a united empire now. A democratic empire of Anglos. And we can bring in Japan and South Korea as honorary Anglos. Let's do it. So, this is basically a place where this will be the parent issue for all the potential words you find in the codebase. So, the effort here would be just putting up small CLs grouped by area and directory for the reviewer's sake. Hopefully uncontroversial to land quickly. So, the whole point is that this is a list of things that people find offensive in the code of Chromium. Not visible on Chromium, but in the code. If you're somebody who's working on coding Chromium, these are the offensive things written into the code. Seriously, okay? $2 for Odoroki, calling dev out for being slow and ignoring DMs. Well, I will say this, Odoroki. I'll answer them soon, eventually. But also, I answer Game Boomers viewers before everyone else. Here, check this out, guys. So, for example, apparently, the words suckerbert and cocksucker are in the code at some point, and it's called profanity with a severity of 1, and they were in there because spell checker used to suggest them because these are commonly used colloquial words. So they're taking these out of the spell checker because they're now offensive. All right. How about this one? WTF. For example, apparently there are some websites that use WTF as part of their address, and they must be removed or changed. So, WTF.foo.com, WTF.foo.com, WTF.com. It's like, nope, these websites must now be changed or they can't be accessed in Chromium, I guess. See, it even says, offensive terms using WTF as protocol messages. Profanity must be censored. What else? The following terms are potentially offensive. Ho. Yep, just ho. H-O. It's offensive, guys. So, for example, this text output says ho, like H-O exclamation mark, like hi ho. Nope, can't use it anymore. Offensive. I will spend time answering the DMs the next couple of days, guys, I promise. Quantum. Well, Quantum, just go watch, man. Yeah, everyone who has DMs waiting, it'll be the next few days. I'll put aside time, and I'm working on the Blizzard video, so I'm not like hanging out in Discord much, but I'll put aside time, okay? I will, I promise. So yeah, no hose. No hose allowed. How about this one? What does this one say? Cracker. The following terms are potentially offensive, since its meaning is a racial slur. So, for example, if you have a password cracker, can't call it a cracker anymore. A fast password cracker. All right. An ordered set of URL crackers. All right. Nope, can't call them crackers anymore. Bros before hoes banned. Thanks, Devanor, for the 20. I appreciate it. What's this one say? Oh, dick. Yeah. Shit and dick. Hi, my name is Dick. Dick is an actual name, though. How about this one? The following terms are potentially offensive. Hold on. 50 from Sojalink. Thank you. Just make the world into a Disney Channel like sitcoms. Yeah, there really is like a cleansing of the entire world happening right now, isn't there? So, yeah. Belarusian, which seems like a misspelling of Belarusian. So I don't know why, but here we are. I guess that's offensive. What's the last one? What's the last one here? Oh. Macedonia. The country and region name has changed, so now Macedonia is offensive because it's the old name for the location. Ban, 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 ban. And look at all these people. This sounds like a good strategy to me. Thanks for doing this. We certainly have never intended for anything in the code base to be potentially offensive. So go and just cuck our shit up, fam. Look at all these things they want to change because it uses words. Fuck, dude. This is what happens when like all these journos learn to code. They come in and they shit up coding. Oh yeah, this bullshit. Anti-vaccine protesters throws blood-like substance at California lawmakers. I'll show you that vaccines aren't needed by infecting you with all the shit that my non-vaccinated blood has. Days after the passage of a law requiring medical exemptions for vaccines, an anti-vaccine protester allegedly threw a red liquid from a feminine hygiene device on the Senate floor, hitting a number of politicians. Apparently, it wasn't actually blood, though, so that's good. But Jesus, that's disgusting. California Senate goes into recess after an active venting protest throws a red liquid from the gallery. Protester blurted something out about the blood of babies. Hold on. Let's actually watch this, okay? He's being escorted out over there. Their hands up, I guess. Oh. I thought this actually captured the moment, but it didn't. It's just kind of boring. Alright, well. Yeah. The Senate floor was cleared as they investigate it. Alright, well, there we are. She was splashed with liquid dumped from balcony by protester to the bill. Crazy, dude. It's menstrual blood. Are you sure? Oh, it appears to be red food coloring. Jesus Christ. Like, do you fucking mind? Anti-vaxxers are crazy, dude. Researcher publishes second Steam 0 day after getting banned on Valve's bug bounty program. You guys have heard about this, right? Valve and their bug bounties. So, a Russian security researcher has published details about a 0 day in the Steam gaming client. This is the second Steam 0 day the researcher has made public in the past 2 weeks. However, while the security researcher reported the first one to Valve and tried to have it fixed before public disclosure, he said he couldn't do the same with the second because the company banned him from submitting further bug reports via its public bug bounty program on the HackerOne platform. Why would you ban somebody for finding bugs? $5 from Keyblade Master, thank you. At least one DC Xmas special has a Richard and 3 hoes. Ha 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 ha. Thank you very much, dude. I really appreciate it, guys. Valve gets criticized. The entire chain of events behind the public disclosure of these 2 0 days has caused quite a drama and discussions in the InfoSec community. All the negative comments have been aimed at Valve and the HackerOne staff, with both being accused of unprofessional behavior. So yeah. People find a 0 day, I'm pretty sure, is like a hack that's happening it's a bug in a system before the system comes out that somehow somebody finds, and they got to fix it before day one. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. So yeah. Security researchers and regular Steam users alike are mad because Valve refused to acknowledge the reported issue as a security flaw and declined to patch it. Wow, dude. So eventually he did publish details about the Steam 0-day, which is an elevation of privilege, also known as local privilege escalation bug that allowed other apps or malware on user computer to abuse the Steam client to run code within rights. Yeah, so that sounds awful, all right? It's an elevation of privilege bug that allowed other apps or malware on a user's computer to abuse the Steam client to run code within min rights. Let's not have Steam be a bridge for malware to get admin access on your computer. That's fucking terrible, dude. But then he was banned for bringing it up. Apparently the patch that Valve put into place was found to be insufficient, and another security researcher found an easy way to go around it almost right away. So he found a way to bypass the fix. So Valve is apparently banning people who bring up this security flaw in their app. So let's actually look at Valve's response, which is right here. Valve patches recent Steam 0 days, calls turning away researcher a mistake. Valve also updates bug bounty rules to prevent similar incidents from happening again. You know what? This is why I like Valve, because when they fuck up, when Gaben fucks up, he says, "I'm sorry." He doesn't go silent for weeks like Blizzard. He doesn't try to spin it that he was right all along. He just says, "Yeah, we fucked up. Sorry, guys. We'll fix it. We made a mistake. He shouldn't have been banned. We'll unban him." They do it right. This is why Valve has company loyalty, and Blizzard no longer does. A Valve representative told ZDNet in an email today that the company has shipped fixes for the Steam client, updated its program rules, and is reviewing the researcher's ban on its public bug bounty program. Very good. Let's see Valve's statement. In all of this, Valve found itself with a cake on its face, being considered the mean company who didn't want to pay a bug bounty reward and for banning a researcher for reporting a dangerous bug. Yes, they were. So here we go. Valve called it all a massive misunderstanding. Our HackerOne program rules were intended only to exclude reports of Steam being instructed to launch previously installed malware on a user's machine as that local user. Instead, misinterpretation of the rules also led to the exclusion of a more serious attack that also performed local privilege escalation through Steam. We have updated our HackerOne program rules to explicitly state that these issues are in scope and should be reported. Done. Exactly what you should do. Unlike Blizzard, they fixed it. Exactly. Yeah, Quantum. Exactly, dude. Wait, Quantum, I recognize your name a little bit. Were you the guy who said during yesterday's live dumping with Scrump, you're going to check out Game Boomers just to spite Scrump? Because if that's you, we're doing it tonight. And also, you should all do that. You should all spite Scrump. Anyway, so, good for them. Good for them. This is old, but I haven't talked about it at all, and it's in the backlog of old news, so let's actually talk about it a little bit. Don Lemon sued for allegedly assaulting New York bartender. Now, this is from about 3 months ago. Did this story ever go anywhere? You're trying to chase my mouse cursor with your mouse? That's pretty funny, dude. Yeah, they are Valmedic, yeah. And it sucks because I was a huge Blizzard fan. What time is the stream? 7 p.m. EST, which is midnight UK time, and 4 p.m. Pacific time. No, Apples, no. Shut up, Fukunt. You're banned. Okay. So I don't know what happened with this guy, dude. Just another male feminist or feminist ally turning out to be a sex pest, CNN's Don Lemon is denying accusations from a former Hamptons bartender who accused the television host of assaulting him in a New York bar last year. Okay. Well, look at that face. Do you think he did it? Do you think he did it? Maybe he did. Hold on a minute. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do about this. What am I going to play on Game Boomers? Probably Medieval. I'm going to hammer it. I'm sorry, Soja Link. Sometimes we stream during the day, but not this time, man. I really apologize. Yeah, the story's gone nowhere since that initial claim. So maybe, like, who knows what's going on, right? Like, sometimes what I'll do is I'll stream at 10 a.m. EST, right? Which will be 3 British time, and then it will be 4 p.m. Swedish time. Sometimes I stream then. But anyway, yep. Turns out he was accused. It went nowhere. No one seemed to care. You know, when you're the right type of progressive, and the victim is the wrong type of person, news like this blows over. You know, no one's talking about this anymore. So this is from 24 minutes ago. We went from 3 months old to 24 minutes ago. Gender-neutral uniform sparks protest. Wow. Apparently, we all have to be, you know, genderless interchangeable pods, and not actually individuals with unique things about us. Fuck off, Dantakura, you're fucking banned. About 150 parents and pupils have staged a protest outside a secondary school over gender-neutral uniforms. In 2017, this school told all pupils they had to wear trousers while existing students could wear uniforms already bought. The school said concerns had been raised over the length of girls' skirts, and new rules would cater for a handful of transgender pupils. This year, it made trousers compulsory for new and existing students. A statement on the school's website said students not wearing the correct uniform would be asked to return home and change before being allowed into the building. I haven't bought the new uniform yet, and I don't see the point in wasting money. Yeah, man, like, fuck it. Like, you already bought it. Like, okay, first of all, school uniforms are stupid. Secondly, having to buy your own school uniform is also stupid. Thirdly, having to buy it again. Oh, hey, Carlos. What's up, man? Having to buy it again because they changed the policy is thirdly stupid. The school had allowed pupils to wear a summer uniform comprising a polo shirt and trousers in extremely high temperatures, PE shorts, or skirts. Shorts made to look like skirts. However, a letter sent to the parents in June said the decision had created more problems than we wished, and added saying the uniform had declined. So they're just saying, nope, y'all wear pants. Everyone wears pants in this relationship. I didn't go to a school that had a school uniform. So, fuck that. Excuse me, miss, your balls are showing. My boss lets me set my own salary. Where 25-year-old Cecilia Mendoza works, there is a pay self-assessment process. Put simply, the workers there decide how much they're worth and should be paid. Recently, she awarded herself a £7,000 pay rise, taking her annual salary up to £37,000. Really? Just keep jacking that shit up and just destroy the company, dude. That's how it should be work. That's how things should work, right? Just suck them dry so there's no profits. And the company collapses because they're paying you too much. Holy fuck. I felt a lot of doubts asking for that raise. It took a lot of talks with other people. I was aware my job had changed. I was aware I was going way beyond my targets. I knew that from a rational point of view I deserved that higher rate, but I had a lot of self-doubt. And I felt sort of greedy because there's always a stigma, since you should be happy with what you have. Well, I mean, if your job changes, you do deserve a raise, you know, obviously. But at the same time, yeah, that is some retarded socialist shit. But, like, at the same time, this really goes to, like, people saying that women can't negotiate their own salary and they got to learn how to do it. Yeah, if you can't negotiate your own goddamn salary in a workplace where you just ask for a raise and you get it, and you got to be like, I don't know if I should do it. Like, man, you got to grow some balls, lady. I don't mean that physically, but you know what I mean. Shut up, Noen. You're banned. No one's banned. I'm banning him. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna say, Noen, Banned. Self-set pay is the latest innovation among companies that are competing for the top talent. No one says no. Yep. You just get whatever you fucking ask for. Wow. This is going to be like a nightmarish company in 2 years. It'll be a dead company in 2 years. It'll be a nightmarish one in 1 year. Yep. Most companies operating pick-your-own-pay schemes have some sort of a check, whether that's scrutiny from colleagues or an upper limit on the total salaries paid out. But I guess not this one. His 45 employees have chosen their own pay for 2 years now, leading to a 10% increase in total salaries paid, and a huge increase in staff retention. Well, yeah, I'm sure they'll stay if they can just keep sucking you dry. Occasionally, staff had asked for far more than the market rate. Well... Here, let's see. A fairly junior person didn't comprehend that the salary increase she was asking for was too much. She was asking for a $50 increase on her salary, which was far more than the role was worth. It was her decision, but I told her, you can take it, but if you become uneconomical or your value is not justified, then that will only end one way. She reduced what she was asking for after that. So it's like, okay, we'll let you choose whatever you want, but we'll just fucking fire you. Damn, dude, this just seems like a dumb way to run things. If everyone agrees and you all look having fun, go ahead. Yeah, you have the freedom to do whatever you like. But sure, man, sure. What's this? Oh, the genderless penguin, guys. Check this out. It's the genderless penguin.
What we wanted to do was to take the opportunity to raise the whole conversation with guests who come through to the aquarium, just to raise that exact point, that there is a difference between gender and sex. And in terms of the way that we manage the colony at the aquarium, we wouldn't manage them differently based on whether they are females or males. What we wanted to do with this chick was give guests an opportunity to meet that individual and learn about its personality without assigning it any sort of preconceived sort of gender roles.
It's a penguin.
We were to.
So when you say that it is common for Gen 2 penguin chicks to be genderless, what exactly do you mean by that? Are you saying that there are no kind of sex-specific or gender-specific behaviours in Gen 2 penguin?
It's a really sort of difficult subject to navigate specifically. You will get small differences in terms of behaviour based on whether they are male or female.
I mean, it's not like boy penguins are playing football and girl penguins are doing the knitting or something like that.
Yeah, because it's interesting when you say assign gender roles. What gender roles can you assign to a penguin?
Exactly, and I think that's the key thing. You don't really see it in the animal kingdom. There is a little bit of conversation going on at the moment in terms of whether we might be seeing gender roles in some higher primates, much like we're often compared to other higher primates because we're so similar. But with penguins, there's a difference between sex differences and with gender roles. Penguins would have to have some sort of society where other penguins were potentially putting pressure on little baby penguins that they should be more masculine or more feminine and things like that. So what we wanted to do was give guests that opportunity to not be putting those assumptions onto a little Gen 2 chick.
That was a minute. That was nearly 2 minutes of me not understanding what the fuck she was saying. Yeah, she literally disproved her whole premise. Wow. Oh, hey Sarah Jong. That's right. I write about technology for NYT Opinion. Didn't you get fired from NYT? I'm pretty sure you did, Sarah Jong. Spawn Camp, $2. You got one hell of an underbite. Thanks, man. Okay. These are strange times. Socks are political. Outdoor equipment, smutty card games, enterprise software, and the dictionary are political. So is coffee, whether you make it at home or you buy it. So is yogurt, in various states of matter. Yeah, see, if you make everything political, Sarah, that means you're a tyrant. because the personal is not political. You can have an apolitical life. You can have a part of your life that has no politics in it and you're just doing other things. You can even live an apolitical life. You can be somebody who is completely politically disengaged. You don't vote, you don't watch the news, you don't care, you just do what you like. You can have that life. You fucking tyrant. Okay, let's see what this bullshit article is. In leaked audio, the home goods retailer's co-founder seemed surprised that his company was being forced to take a political stance. Really? What are you surprised about? Is it because maybe everyone is going so far up their own ass and they're eventually going to come for you? It's like, no. As a company that sells rugs or whatever the fuck this is, you need to make your anti-Nazi stance explicitly and publicly known. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Last week, as Americans reacted to news reports that children being held at the border were being denied food, water, and hygiene supplies. Wasn't true. Employees at a normally under-the-radar Boston-based e-commerce company were having their own reckoning. Oh no! According to someone familiar with the situation, during a cursory review of transactions on Wednesday, a worker at the home goods retailer Wayfair noticed that the company had made a $200,000 sale of bedroom furniture to the government contractor BCFS. As it turns out, the furniture was to be used in a new detention center in Texas, where at least 1,600 migrant teenagers and children will reportedly be detained. Okay, so hold on. You're saying that these facilities at the border, these children, they're missing food, water, and hygiene supplies. They're missing things that they need to stay there safely and cleanly and healthily. And then, when the government approaches your company and tries to buy some of that stuff, they say, you know what? We will shell out $200,000 so that these migrants have bedroom furniture. They can actually sleep on a goddamn bed when they're here at the camp. You're like, we shouldn't be selling you this. We should make... Is this Wayfair's opinion? We should make these camps worse for the people there. We're not going to sell them any fucking furniture. Like, how are you helping the situation? You fucking morons. Devoner, 50 kroners. Thank you very much. Everything is political. Oh yeah? What's the politics of that rock or that glass of water? I don't fucking know, dude. I wish I knew. Wayfair needs to cease all current and future business with BCFS. You know why? Because those migrants, those illegal immigrants, they don't deserve bedroom furniture. They need to sleep on the floor. Thanks, Wayfair. You really fucking helped us all. Jesus. Fuck me, dude. I feel like these people don't understand. There's like a principle here, okay? Like, either you engage with what you find to be distasteful, and therefore through that engagement you have opportunities to change it into something that you like, or you shelter yourself off from that distasteful thing so that you don't get, so that you are not contaminated by it. Those are both reasonable ways to go, but if your goal is change, isolation doesn't bring about change. Isolation brings about radicalization. So if these people at Wayfair who were actually this offended, they could put a stipulation in their contract and say, okay, we'll sell you this stuff. You have to guarantee that, you know, all of these beds are going to these migrants, that they have a decent quality of life as it pertains to our furniture. They could cut a deal here. They could actually shift the conversation a bit more in their way. But no, they're just going to be fucking virtue signalers and ruin the whole thing. Congratulations. Jesus. These people don't understand. It's kind of bothering me. They don't understand that simply isolating yourself off and walling yourself off into a garden doesn't make the rest of the world any better. It makes it worse. And they are going against their own principles in doing this because they're fucking stupid. Dev cucksplains everything. Get out of here, Marie. God damn it. Okay, let's continue. I slept with 18 men in one night, and my husband was cool with it. Yeah? Boy, you sure are empowered, aren't you? A woman who claims she slept with 18 men in one night opens up about her experience. Maybe you're gonna tell us about that experience of getting vaginal reconstruction after you've been destroyed? Jesus. Okay. Louise is in her mid-30s. She works part-time, is happily married with 2 children, and lives in Western Sydney, not far from where she grew up in a close-knit religious community. I grew up in a strict Catholic family, where sex outside of marriage was not even considered, and even then it was just to procreate. I did the right thing, and my husband was the first person I had sex with. That didn't mean I didn't have fantasies about sex with strangers. So, as a mum, with a young family, and a husband away for months on end, I yearned for the adventure and the idea of being wanted. My local sex shop offered sex classes, and one of those was about swingers clubs. I messaged my husband that I was going, and off I went. So, she didn't even have a conversation with her husband, and was like, listen, do you want to open this up? You can have sex with people, I can have sex with people, we can at least all consent to this situation. No, she's like, I'm going. I'm gonna go get fucked. See ya. Wow. Oh, apparently she has the full blessing from her husband. Maybe after you said I'm going whether you like it or not, he just cucked out and said, yes, dear. He always felt like I had missed out, going straight from living at home to living with him and not playing the field. He was really supportive and loved that I was fulfilling a fantasy. When he returns from a trip, I tell him about my adventures and he gets really turned on hearing what I've been up to. It always leads to amazing sex for the 2 of us. Jesus. Yeah, see, if someone said that, I would file for fucking divorce. Because, okay, there's the cuck memes. It's like, yeah, fair enough. But, like, if you consent to it, then it's like, whatever, right? If you actually want your girlfriend to get fucked and you enjoy it, it's like, well, that's your life. You have the freedom to do whatever you like. I wouldn't do it. I'd probably laugh at you for doing it, but it's your life. But for me, if someone said, yeah, I'm going to go out and get fucked, I'd be like, yeah, we're done. We are fucking done, Fast forward several years, and she really wanted to ramp up her sex life and have a gangbang, where she would have a number of sex with a number of men. She would have sex with a number of men straight after each other. When I mentioned this to my husband, his expression was classic. I am pretty picky about the men I have sex with, so he gave me this double take. He was really excited for me, but only after I made sure I was always safe. The first time I did it, it was with 10 guys, and it felt amazing. Yes, the sex was great, but knowing that these guys are here for me and me alone is really empowering. And her husband's reaction? Once he saw the smile on my face, I assured him I was all good. He sat me down and wouldn't let me mood until I told him I told him every little detail. On Louise's second adventure, she went from 10 guys to 18. Once again, her husband was there handing out the condoms and keeping an eye on things. Most of the guys I'd never met before, so it was nice to have someone there for my security. Your husband's not going to be able to fight off 18 guys if it ends up having to come down to that. Like, it'll just take 4 of those guys to fuck him up while the rest of them gang rape you. This is not security. Jesus. Australia's cucked, guys. My husband loves to watch my facial expressions. He's like a kid in the candy store. He jokes that he is happy to lend out his toys, but only if they are returned in the same condition he lent them. So, none of this is about whether or not he's fucking other girls. It's not even, it seems. This gives me a real sense of empowerment and accomplishment. These guys are here to service me and me alone. I guess there is a sense of control, and having my husband watching is also a turn-on. We have a very open and honest relationship, and it's very gratifying for the both of us. So if Louise is allowed to sleep with as many guys as she wants, are there any rules in the relationship? Safe sex, always, and constant open and communication. The biggest rule we have in our relationship is absolutely no secrets. Part of my fantasy is that I don't know these men. They're random strangers, so there's no expectation or judgment. Nothing hotter than seeing a bunch of guys lining up waiting to penetrate me and not even knowing their names, sometimes not even seeing their faces. We don't swap numbers, they don't know my name, and we never see each other again. There's no emotion attached, it's all on my terms. Okay, I'm skimming this because I want to see if he fucks other people too. He doesn't. Okay. I want to look up this woman in 5 years and see if she's still married. Maybe she will be, but maybe not. Maybe not. On the same topic, Swedish website teaching migrants how to have sex with native Swedish women, visited mainly from people who are living abroad. Yep. So, the Swedes are actively teaching foreigners how to fuck their own women. Sweden's going to be gone. Guys, Sweden's going to be gone soon. It's not going to exist as it currently does. The initiative, which in the long run is focused on mixed relationships and finding a dialogue between melting pot cultures, is nothing new to Europe. Belgium, for instance, issued guidelines back in 2016 teaching migrants the best possible ways of developing relationships with European women, given difference in their culture and lifestyle. Yeah, eh? Look at this dude. He's like sleeping, thinking about like the foreign women he gets to bang. Wow. Wow, guys. Here we are. According to statistical data provided by Inera, the company that runs Swedish social education platform, most visits to the website providing, among other things, anatomic facts and tips on sex and marriage come from countries other than Sweden. $2 from Matapass at Devo. Please stop. One of the tables posted on the website also suggests that the website's traffic peaked between December 2017 and January 2018. On over 2018, most of the visits to the websites came from IP addresses located in Iran, while the next most common countries were the USA, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, Germany, the UK, Iraq, and Algeria. It was reported last year that the Swedish government had earmarked 5 million krones as an investment into the National Youth and Civil Affairs Authority, and hence the website. So yeah. The material on the platform is notably illustrated with pictures featuring dark-skinned men along with fair blonde women. The visitors of the website are told about first love, sexual consent, the ABC of anatomy, as well as the way sexual intercourse may lead to pregnancy. Yep, it's quite literally a program. It's like, we will teach you how to fuck our women. Come in. Come in, please. We want our entire country to be blacked.com. Also, apparently migrants are living rent-free in one of the towns. They just kind of live there because officials forget to charge new arrivals rent for 2 years. Wow. This is nightmarish, you guys. Meanwhile, in 2017 in Sweden, Arabic usurped Finnish for the first time in over 800 years on the list of most common minority language in the country. Finnish used to be first, because Finland is right beside Sweden, so it makes sense. Now it's Arabic. There we are. Or Arabic, sorry. There we are. The final article for today. Alabama's, and this is the other side of the political discussion where it's gone too far to the right. Alabama's pro-life mayor says the LGBT community needs to be killed out. Carbon Hill is a small city in the northwest corner of Alabama. Although a normally quiet area of the state, the city is getting some unwanted attention due to the hate-filled comments of its mayor, Mark Chambers. First elected to his position in 2014, Chambers went on a Facebook rant on Friday, publishing a diatribe in which he called out socialists, supporters of abortion rights, and members of the LGBTQ community. We live in a society where We live in a society where homosexuals lecture us on morals, transvestites lecture us on human biology, baby killers lecture us on human rights, and socialists lecture us on economics. A friend of his responded to his post by suggesting it would take a revolution to change people's minds in America towards his line of thinking. Chambers had a response to that as well. The only way to change it would be to kill the problem out. Kill the problem out. I know it's bad to say, but without killing them, there's no way to fix it. Wow, dude. Holy fuck. I missed a super chat. Hold on. 20 Swedish kroners from... I'm sorry about your country, dude, from Social Link. Center right party, you know, the biggest party in Sweden? Good. Man, you gotta, like... Seriously, just send the army into every migrant enclave and deport them. Like, you guys gotta fight, man, or you're not gonna exist anymore. All right, so the station tried to reach out to Chambers to get his side of the story after he had deleted the post. In Monday, in a phone interview with them, the mayor first tried denying it was his post at all. I don't think I posted that. I think it's somebody else's post. When WBRC pointed out that it was his account and asked if he believed that he had been hacked, Chambers responded, "I don't know." He then hung up the phone. Apparently Matapasta wants to move there thanks to the $2. You fucking... But things didn't end there. A few minutes later, Chambers called the station back and ranted about immigrants this time, calling them ungrateful and claiming the country was in a state of civil war. He also claimed his comments were about immigrants and not targeting any groups that the original post mentioned. "I never said anything about killing out gays or anything like that." Wow, dude. So on Tuesday, Chambers finally came out and apologized for his words, making another Facebook post saying he was remorseful. "I alone am responsible for the comment that was made." Wow, dude. What a fucking madman. Just straight up. Well, there we have it. There we have it, chums. A lot of that was old news, I'm sorry, but this has kind of been a slow news week, so I just talked about some of the things that I had in the backlog. Let's quickly go over the ads again, if you don't mind. How to support. One-time donation. PayPal.me/ShowForAtaku. They take 2%, so it's probably the best way to get me the most money. Monthly options. Patreon Subscribe Star. Both take 5%. YouTube membership, they take 30%. It's the join button at the bottom of the video. Twitch sub at my gaming channel, twitch.tv/GameBoomers. They take 50%. But if you have Amazon Prime, you get one free sub. So you get to give me a free $2.50. $5 a month through any of the 4 recurring options, Patreon Subscribe Star, the memberships, or the Twitch sub, gets you entry into the $5 community club for 1 month. I do community things in there. $100 gets you entry into the $5 club for life, which is, if you're going to be in there for more than 2 years, it is a more efficient way to do it. That's how you support. Speaking of the Twitch channel, I'll be streaming there tonight at 7 p.m. EST. It's going to be in approximately 7 hours. No, approximately 6 hours it'll be in. So drop by in 6 hours, and I'll be streaming some video games tonight. Okay? If you've never checked out Game Boomers, please consider checking it out. Tonight we're playing the PlayStation 1 game remade for the PS4 called Medieval. So there we go. My shilling is done. The news is done. My coffee is done. My omelet, that's done too. See you later, Yiz. I'm probably getting out of here soon too. Thanks very much, everyone, for all the support. Thanks for watching today. I really appreciate it. Please consider checking out my other side projects, including Game Boomers, and also I'm finally doing 2 things today. One, I'm finally finishing up my Blizzard video, which will be out probably Monday or Tuesday. And I'm finally going to be putting up dev kit videos regarding some unboxing of my latest hardware. So that I'll link back to that in SFO as well. See, I understand, Kenneth. There's always Subscribe Star though, man, and other places. Titanium. Oh, Titanium Dragoon Neo is somebody who has paid enough money to actually be on a Game Boomer stream with me, and let's do that this week, Titanium. We're going to be playing Nier Automata, so we're going to do that this week. If you have time, we'll do it, all right? Anyway, it's time to go. So I will see you later, guys. Thanks for showing up. I'll see you tonight. I love you.